Morning. What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about a book that I read. Very cool book, and it just resonated with me. Let's talk about it. My name is Dr. Safo Asante. I'm the Successful IMG. Successful because of match, and I'm here so that you guys can as well. I do this through providing interview prep. I also do this through providing mentorship, where I guide you through the whole application process to make sure that you match. Now, enough about that. Let's get right to it. In residency, I was juggling a whole bunch of stuff. You know, like you're juggling things you got to do for family, things you got to do for fun, things you got to do for residency. And then when I finished residency, in addition to the things that I was juggling, I also picked up some extra stuff. I started doing the mentorship, the interview prep, and also real estate, and making YouTube videos. Let's not forget that. I started making YouTube videos after I finished residency. So all of those things, juggling all those things, plus working 12-hour shifts as an attendant, working maybe about an average of 5 days a week, 12 hours. It becomes a little overwhelming sometimes, right? I was at the point where I needed something that would teach me or guide me in balancing my life, balancing things. And there's a saying that, you know, when you're aware of what you need, you finally see the solution. First step is understanding that you are in the spot where you need that. So I was watching a podcast, real estate podcast to begin with, and they were talking about a book that I'd already read that they recommended way back. So they mentioned it again, and I decided, you know what, I've read a whole bunch of books twice, 3 times, whatever it is. Let me read this book again. I read it again. Oh, like gold. It seemed to like be talking to me. The book's called The One Thing. The author is Gary Keller, I believe. If it's wrong, I'll write the name on the screen. But yeah, so the book is called The One Thing, and it's about exactly that. It's about doing one thing. And the idea is that, kind of like the 80-20 rule, there's one thing that you can do that can give you the most bang for your buck. And there are other things that you do will end up just giving you a profit or result of about 20%, which means like all these things you can be busy doing them, but it barely gives you any result, right? So the idea is to focus on one thing that will give you the most results. In the book, he talks about why that's important. He talks about how you can figure out what the one thing is and how you can put it into action. So wonderful. Now, the part of the book that resonated with me was the idea of a balanced life is fake. There is nothing that's completely balanced. And the trying to balance things and making sure everything is in absolute balance ends up hurting you in the first place. So the idea is some things that are so important that you definitely need to take care of, but there is still some unequal attention paid to those things. So you're still not balanced, but you're doing the things that you need to do. And in that chapter, he talks about accepting the fact that there's some things that will fall to the side. Now, it's up to you to sit down and figure out exactly what things are important, right? So the things that do fall to the side are not things that will hurt you, like family, love, relationships, friends, whatever it is. Those things are very important. You don't neglect them. You do pay attention to that. But at the same time, with work and so on, you put complete focus on doing that one thing that will get you the most results and most bang for your buck. Man, should I tell you, I listened to this chapter like more than 10 times. I think it might have been 20 times. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it seemed like a lot. I listened to it so many times, over and over again. Well, one, because I was a little distracted. 2, I wanted to hear those words over and over again, and those words really resonated with me. The idea that complete balance is fake. So I should stop trying to get complete balance. I should pick individual things and focus on those things. My God, it's amazing. So I am going to use this idea on my YouTube business, on my real estate. I'm going to use this on my interview and mentorship prep company. I'm going to use this in my life in general, family, relationships, and all that stuff. It's going to make things, I think it's going to make things wonderful. If you are interested in the book, you want to know more about the book, I suggest you get the book. I suggest you read it. I mean, there's some other books that I've read that I think everybody's got to read, but that book, you should read it, especially if you have a lot of things that you juggle and you try to find that balance between them. You should definitely read that book so you can open your mind and like give you tips on how to handle those things. That's all for today. I appreciate you guys being with me, and to those of you that watch my videos, like my videos, watch it to the end, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button in this one as well. I really appreciate your support, and hopefully the videos that I release not only help you with trying to get into residency, but also help you in life so that you become successful in whatever it is that you want to do. All right, guys, Dr. Safo Asante out.